Canada. We are speaking with Y2J Chris Jericho here in the main event, and Chris, when we last had you on, of course, the book Alliance Tale was just coming out, seemingly well received by wrestling fans and non-wrestling fans alike, so much so that I've heard that you're going to be having a sequel out for that book. What can your fans expect from that?
Well, I was actually working on it last night. The first one was very well received. It was the New York Times bestseller, and actually before the first one was officially released, I got signed to do a deal for the second one, which will focus on my WWE years and kind of my dream of making it to WWE was what I talked about in the first book, and this will kind of dissect that dream and see if it was what I expected it to be, if it was more, if it was less. And then some of the other things when I took my break and kind of my experiences I had out in Hollywood, some of the things that I did with the band, and exploring some of the deaths of Benoit, the deaths of Eddie Guerrero, some of that personal stuff as well. So I'm excited. I think there's a lot of great stuff. I was just kind of going through some of it last night and pulling up some of the memories from the mind bank, and I'm excited about it. It's a lot of work to write a book, though, man. I'll tell you what, it took a long time, a lot more than I expected when I did the first one. So I'm hoping for the second one will be a little bit easier. But I'm excited to get to work on it.
Yeah, I'm actually 3/4 into your book right now, really enjoying it, actually. Another question I had for you is, do you have any good road stories for us from over the years, or maybe one good story or so?
Well, you just read a whole book full.
Yeah.
That's one. Let's talk about it. You said you read 3/4 of it. Tell me what was your favorite one that you read so far?
Well, the part that I'm at now is actually from when you first went to WCW, and your first match there with Alex Wright, the whole debacle that happened there. That was a funny one, and how you went backstage and like you were actually marking out meeting some of the guys like Hulk Hogan and Lex Luger and all those guys. That was a part that I enjoyed.
Well, I mean that was fun stuff too, but I enjoyed the earlier years of time in Mexico and a time in Japan, just all the crazy stuff that happened, being held up at gunpoint on the side of the road in Mexico City by a chick who was supposed to be taking me to a party. Just robbed me on the side of the road, left me for dead. Being threatened by the Yakuza after breaking a vase in their town, where they said they were going to cut off my finger if I didn't clean up the vase. There's so many crazy things that happened, not just in the wrestling room, but outside of the wrestling ring. I thought that was one of the most interesting things about Alliance Tale, was the fact that I wrote it almost more for non-wrestling fans than for wrestling fans, because I knew wrestling fans would love it, but I had so much more to tell as far as just more of a travelogue, stranger in a strange land, finding your dreams type of a coming-of-age story, more than with wrestling as a backdrop, more than just in the ring. And then I gave him a hip toss, body slam, arm drag type of a thing. So.
As I was about to ask, tomorrow night, Friday night, it's going to be a house show here in Montreal, the Raw WrestleMania Revenge Tour. It's going to be you defending the Intercontinental Championship against Mr. Ken Kennedy. What can we expect from that matchup?
Probably the greatest match of all time. I mean, you can expect the same thing you always expect from every Jericho match. You'll be entertained. You'll have a great time to get your money's worth. And like I said, after not being in Montreal for such a long time, I'm excited to go back. It's a great wrestling town. It's a great Fozzy town. It's a great Jericho town all the way around. So I think everyone's going to have a great time as usual.
All right. Thanks a lot, Chris. It's been great to have you on the show. Actually, one more thing. Is there anything new on the Fozzy side of things?
I wrote all the new lyrics. We just need to get together and start writing the music and putting together a new record. We just re-released All That Remains with a bonus live DVD that we did in front of 20,000 fans in England, and that's called All That Remains Reloaded. That just came out, so kind of a little bit of a whetting of the appetite until the next Fozzy record comes around, which there will be another Fozzy record, just a matter of when we can exactly start writing it and putting it together.
And what would you say your goals are for the next year or so? Do you aspire to have another great run with the Intercontinental title, help build the younger guys, or do you aspire for one of the big championships once more?
All I aspire to do is just to top my previous work and just be entertaining and like I said, make sure that people have a great time whenever I come onto the screen. And whether that's in the main event, the opening match, selling popcorn, cleaning the toilets, or driving cars in the valet area behind the arena, it doesn't matter to me, as long as just put me on TV and let me do my thing, and and the rest will come into play. So I'm just happy being Chris Jericho.
All right, sounds good. Take care, man.